Hey everybody, and welcome to the next map that I'm going to play, which is Tatooine Dust 2. This is a recreation of Dust 2 from Counter-Strike, and now set in Battlefront 2 on Tatooine. It seems like a very logical choice, but it does actually make me realize that we don't see this more often, so we don't see literally copies or layouts of other multiplayer maps from other games modded into something like Battlefront 2. Maybe some people would not find it too original or just lazy because you're copying something, but in a sense, you know, the best multiplayer maps, things like Wake Island for Battlefield, Dust 2 in this case, they work really well in and of itself of the layout, so that is a proven formula. Now the unique thing is that each game has their own unique parameters, you know, the speed of the units, the speed of the weapons, how long it takes before you die. And so each shooter has, you know, its own unique feeling. Meaning that even if you would copy, let's say, a Call of Duty map to Battlefront 2, it will still feel very different and quite unique in that sense. I mean, I do recognize this at the point where you, for example, need to defuse the bomb or need to put the bomb. And for infantry-only battle, it just works like a charm. We have some cool turrets here, and, you know, having the unique characters, some having a jetpack, some buildings you can enter. It does come with some unique utilities that I think are fun and interesting to explore in Battlefront 2. So I would definitely encourage more people of bringing layouts of existing multiplayer maps in games to this. And probably the easiest would be infantry-only maps, so Counter-Strike is in that sense a good fix. This map also supports, for example, capture flag, so you can actually do some game modes, also of course Conquest, that do not suit Counter-Strike but work really well when translated to Battlefront 2. Again, for example, there are 4 spawn points, 2 on each side. Maybe it could use a 4th or a 5th one in the middle, you know, going for that classic asymmetric uneven number to give one side an advantage if they conquer the middle point. Got a nice R2 unit here. I mean, the map looks top-notch. Not just by the layout, but everything looks pretty coherent. There are some pretty unique things, like some rocks added from, I think it could be Geonoses, that work really well. You know, there's a lot of objects and assets here, so it does feel very lived in. The R2 droids are actually a neat little detail. It's like fun to like find them all. See, here's another one. How about now all our different colors? This is actually one thing that I think is very cool, and you don't see a whole lot, and that is areas underneath bridges. We have platforms, elevated platforms. We do see that quite often, but pathways underneath, that's quite rare. Here's another different one. This is actually a neat little Easter egg. Ooh, look at this.
Get back out there.
Again, I love this. I love the fact where you have some nice little secrets, some Easter eggs, and in this case, it makes way more sense than the Disampara village, the Tatooine Disampara village we did not so long ago, where you had a whole like Tusken Raider camp outside the town, but you had to go ways off to actually get there. And here, it's right next to the playable area, so you just need to, like, you know, hover upwards with something or someone like Boba Fett, and you can see like the Easter egg, which is really nice and makes sense. Well playable with AI as well. They're being pretty good in attacking each other, defending. You can actually see that we captured this point. It could definitely get one team in a pinch really quickly because there are only 4 spawn points, and again, the 5th one might make the overall experience better. But besides that, it is a very polished map. The layout works because, of course, it does, because it is a very well known and proven to be very good layout. And it's just very fun. Infantry only, this is a little bit sloppy, but nothing to where it like ruins the experience. Like infantry only fans, they can rejoice with this, that's for sure. You can actually also play this as the clones, but even if you play as the clones, the loading screen will still show the Galactic Civil War, which is why I chose to do that here in this case. Nah, I just already was a Boba Fett, so we'll let someone else be him. Hey, I can... could have used that. Ugh. No. Why not? Whoosh. I'm almost never a Dark Trooper, I actually realize.
Lead on.
And it's exactly because of that. Their weapons are terrible. You can see it's quite balanced. We're a little bit ahead, but that's because we captured one command post, meaning that the rebels actually start to deplete with their reinforcements.
A command post is no longer under Empire control.
Ah, look at that. They're now actually trying to take it back. I'm actually going to go for another blast cannon. I like the shotgun. Shotgun is in this case very fun.
Has fallen to our enemies. Our reinforcements are thinning.
It's also, of course, a map that is excellent to play in first person, since, of course, the Origin is a first person shooter. Makes you wonder if there are actually other maps that can be made from other games that would be fun. Nuketown would come to mind, but you will need some custom units for that. See, the cool thing about recreating Dust 2 in Battlefront is that a lot of that can be achieved by using vanilla assets. And recreating something like Nuketown will require some custom buildings, some custom textures and whatnot.
A command post is under Imperial control.
Use some nice shortcuts here too on the buildings, or on the rooftops. Oh boy. Let's play as a regular trooper again. It is very balanced. I do prefer some other maps that feel a bit more unique just in terms of look, even though I do think this is wonderfully detailed. But you know, over the past few weeks I've done so many Tatooine maps, which is also for a specific reason, which you will hopefully see very soon. Yeah, I don't know. This would not be, compared to some other urban maps. Again, the layout is great, the gameplay is good, but maybe I'm missing just a tad of unique flavor, maybe a custom building, some custom textures. Even though this, again, is all very, very polished and detailed. Like, I mean, I'm having a lot of fun. It plays it a bit safe, though. Maybe that's what I'm trying to say. Like, we've seen so many unique and cool takes on Tatooine over the recent times with the Canyon Assault, also Spaceport. And this is just very solid, but a bit vanilla. There's nothing wrong with vanilla. It's a great flavor ice cream.
Let's get this over with.
But I like mango a bit more. If you catch my drift.
That's another one.
I do actually know that there is a gun game mod for Battlefront where you have to like kill the other enemies, the other AI with like literally every gun in the game. That could be very cool on a map like this. Like this would be a perfect map to take a look at some of the game modes out there that resemble other first-person shooters and bring them to life in Battlefront 2 on this map. Because the layout is just so good. Look at you being all slick and moving. We're getting close to the end, though. A few get stuck behind the walls, but it's not. It's nowhere near annoying. I'm gonna capture this now, though. There we go. Yeah, they're not spawning in because all of the units are already on the map.
Enemy is losing reinforcements.
Here we go, some extra units to capture it quickly.
We've captured a command post.
Alright, there we go.
Hostile reinforcement count is diminishing.
Alright, people. If you want to download this awesome map, you can find the download link in the description down below. Don't forget to let me know any recommendations or requests of maps or mods you want to see on the channel. Thanks so much for watching. And I'll see you guys next time.